Hey guys, Stephen Hasty, and no, I do not work for Fox News, just to clarify. Anyway, wanted to make another video when it comes to talking about the banks. Here on CNBC, you may have noticed that First Republic is looking like it's going to be on the verge of being the next Silicon Valley. Now, we know that last month, I think early last month, the Fed created a basically depository facility which banks can go in and use to increase their liquidity without us really even knowing that they're doing that. Well, some of these things are going to be public, like First Republic, because this was going on during that time as well. Some of these publicly traded banks, you're going to see this. They're going to have more exposure whenever they do collapse. But what we're not going to see is the ones that are bailed out and yet they make it through, or at least they're making it through now. We don't know who's actually tapping into that facility. We only know that there are because we see the balances going up. And they report this, I think, every Thursday, and I haven't even been checking. Probably neither have you, because at this point you think it's just gone away. But it obviously hasn't. Here it is rearing its ugly head again. And now we see that First Republic, even with access to that facility, doesn't seem to be able to have enough liquidity. People are removing their deposits. There's a lot going on with these banks. In fact, everything that we are experiencing in our economy today, when it comes to prices rising and inflation, you go into the grocery store and just feeling that your money doesn't take you near as far as it used to. All of this is a result of our money supply in our nation. Since COVID and our response to COVID and locking everything down and then sending checks to everybody and bailing companies out, we have doubled our money supply. And then, as you guys know, basic, simple economics, whenever there's more of something, it becomes less valuable, okay? So that's just a basic explanation. We need to get the word out to everybody. This is the reason why we're experiencing what we're experiencing, and this isn't going to stop. They're going to try to figure out ways to take money back out of the system, but that's very, very difficult, and it leads to extreme economic challenges, which is what we're seeing today. So why are the banks suffering? We know why we're suffering. How does inflation affect the banks? Well, to make it simple, whenever the Fed has to raise interest rates, that's the way that they're trying to fight inflation, by raising interest rates to make it more expensive to get easy money. This affects the way that small banks work, because of whenever you put your deposit into a bank, they need to go get a return of somehow. So they go get these bonds. Well, some of the bonds that they were buying had lower interest rates, and as the Fed raised interest rates, those bonds became worth less, in a very easier way to explain it. So whenever people wanted their deposits back and they want to get their money out, they have to sell those bonds at a loss, or they have to take a loss. That's the easiest way to explain it. I know that some people are going to be like, you know what, you didn't explain that well, but I'm trying to keep things simple and keep us all informed so that we can actually know what is going on in our economy today. By the way, it's really good to watch the full context of a video, because you may have caught that I was actually doing satire on my last couple of videos, and that I really wasn't from Fox News, and that I was trying to be funny, if you had watched the complete video. So hopefully you'll do that. Anyway, God bless. Have a great day.